Yo, welcome back to another episode of the Swiss. Running through the NBA matchups quickly here. Actually, my two favorite bets tonight are props, which if you watch my channel, you know that's very unlike me. But I have two props that I like. I'm going to run through these pretty quickly because, I mean, you've heard me break down these matchups, what, 4 or 5 times now? I mean, how many times do you need to hear me talk about the mismatches between the Celtics and the Hawks? I feel like I'm beating a dead horse here. So, without any further ado, against the spread wise, I'm going to take Hawks, but I don't love it at all. My favorite bet for this game is Trae Young over, and this is square, but they're giving it to us. Was it minus 110? Let me make sure. Minus 111 actually is our best line there. Trae Young over 41.5 PRAs at minus 111, and the main reason for that is his usage rate just skyrockets when DeJounte Murray doesn't play. DeJounte Murray's out, by the way. I don't know if you knew that. So I just can't lay 13 points in a playoff game. I completely understand why the line is where it is. I get it. Up till this point in this series, the best player on the Hawks has been DeJounte Murray. He's also been the best player on both sides. I mean, he's having a great offensive series. Look at his numbers right here. 25.3 points per game, 7.3 rebounds a game, 5.8 assists a game, shooting 45.6% from the floor and 39.4% from three. Yeah, he's been great on offense, but actually his defense has been even better. He's been on another planet defensively. In my opinion, he's the main reason why Boston isn't hanging 130 a night on the Hawks. I don't see how the Hawks make stops here without Murray, but like I said, I'm not laying 13 points in a playoff game, especially in an elimination spot. So as far as the side, I will take Atlanta plus 13. But Trae Young's, I closed the window. I think it was 7.6%. Trae Young's usage rate without DeJounte Murray increases by 7.6%. Not to mention 41.5 PRAs isn't crazy high for Trae Young to begin with. So I love it, even though it tends to be, it feels a little bit on the square side. I like that one. I might put like 0.75 or a full unit on that prop, which, like I said, very unlike me. So let's move on to the next game. Timberwolves at Nuggets, Game 5. T-Wolves facing elimination. I'll take Nuggets by Nuggets minus 10. But again, another one where my pick against the spread isn't even close to my favorite. My prop in this one, and this might be my favorite bet of the night here, is Aaron Gordon over 20.5 points or rebounds. Unfortunately, you got to lay minus 120 juice to get that. But all right, let's open up the notes. So first of all, Kyle Anderson not playing for Minnesota. And I don't think the general consensus or the general public truly understands how important he is to the roster. T-Wolves are just 1-6 in their last 7 games without Kyle Anderson on the floor. So not only is he one of the best defenders on the team, but he's actually also one of their main facilitators on offense. He truly is crucial to that lineup. I fully intended on betting Denver in this game with or without Kyle Anderson. So now that he's out, even solidifies me on Denver even more. I do hate that we're laying double digits here. It sucks laying 10, but definitely can't get there with Minnesota without Anderson. We're talking about a T-Wolves second unit that now has no Naz Reid and no Kyle Anderson. Taurean Prince is the biggest guy on the Minnesota bench. Taurean Prince. For a team that relies on its size, I'd say that's a problem. What does that result in? So how did I get there with Aaron Gordon? Listen to this. So without Kyle Anderson, that means basically one of Rudy Gobert or Karl Anthony Towns is going to have to be on the floor for Minnesota at all times, which will limit the minutes that both of them spend on the floor together. That should open things right up for Aaron Gordon, because who's going to cover him? Taurean Prince? I mean, there's going to be, you got to think, at least 25 minutes where there's only one of those guys on the floor. And whoever is on the floor is going to have to cover Jokic. So who's covering Aaron Gordon? His points and rebounds total set at 20.5. He's gone over that in the last 3 games of the series. Without Kyle Anderson, he should cruise over that easily. Should make it 4 in a row. So yeah, first 2 games, my favorite bet, it's a prop. And like I said, the Aaron Gordon might be my favorite bet of the night, NBA-wise. Third game, I don't even want to talk about this shit, man. Suns, I'm on the Suns because, theoretically they should blow them out. But you know what? I've been on the Suns 4 straight games here, and I'm just 2-2 against the spread. So, without Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, how many times, how can you consistently trust Russell Westbrook and Norman Powell? I like Norman Powell, and I like Westbrook too, but in a playoff game on the road in Phoenix, how many times can you expect these guys to just save the Clippers? I think this one gets ugly, but I also thought a couple earlier games in the series got ugly too, and they didn't necessarily go that way, but no way I'm betting the Clippers on the road here. I think the Suns finish the series out with an exclamation point, and I don't even want to talk about this game. I might add a total or two to the ticket, so stay tuned. I'll post the ticket probably around 3 p.m. Eastern time on KyleKirms.com, so if you're interested in that, check it out. Sorry for the short descriptions, but like I said, how many times do you want me to keep breaking down the same matchups? When we get to the second round, we can get some longer videos because we can start looking at a whole new matchup. But right now, I'm just repeating the same information over and over again. So let's have ourselves a good night. Let's go 3-0 against the spread. Let's grab those 2 props. And MLB will be live. We're going live at 4 p.m. for the MLB show. So see you then.